What is up, New Beginnings Church family? Pastor Todd here with a very special request for you. I'm asking everybody who calls New Beginnings home to rally this coming Sunday. I need your faith. I need your prayers. I need you to invest and go all in. I want that atmosphere just primed because I think of the words of my old pastor who said this. He said, "The atmosphere of expectancy is the breeding ground for miracles." Well, this Sunday is Miracle Sunday offering for us. We have been praying, we've been seeking God for the last 4 weeks, talking about big projects, big vision, big goals, things that we think God's put on our heart to accomplish over the next 12 months. And so, church, I want your faith to rally for Miracle Sunday offering, where we come and we unite together in generosity, saying, God, how can I give my very best above and beyond? What can I do sacrificially to build your kingdom? And so, this coming Sunday, join me for that. Also, it's Pledge Week. And so, this is where we ask you not just to pray about that miracle offering, but to also pray, what can I do above and beyond my normal giving, maybe throughout the course of the year? And here's our pledge to you is that as you pray and as you seek God about what that looks like, it's our goal to say, hey, let's rally all of our faith and resources to build God's kingdom. So with that being said, I wanted to share a great story with you about legacy. There is a great story of old about the legend of Marco Polo. You and I know that name. Many of us played that game in a pool as kids where you pop up and say Marco and then the other people have to say Polo and you try to grab them. But the true historical person, Marco Polo, was a traveler from Europe who traveled east to go and actually trade goods with Kublai Khan. And Kublai Khan was over the great empire, and it was the greatest landmass empire that the world has ever seen. I mean, this thing was from Poland in the west to the Pacific in the east, from Siberia in the north to India in the south. This incredible landmass was covered, this empire under Kublai Khan. And when Marco Polo went to go trade, he went to go trade spices and things from the west. But along with his caravan were a couple of Christian missionaries. Well, those Christian missionaries had an opportunity to kind of share the gospel and share their faith with people in Kublai Khan's empire. And Kublai Khan was so just taken back by this incredible story that he told the missionaries, he said, the people in my land, they have a spiritual need. This place is like a spiritual vacuum. And if you'll send me 100 men skilled in your Bible and in your scriptures, I'll carry this story out throughout all the land of my empire. Well, Marco Polo and those missionaries returned home back to Europe, and he told the story that missionaries should go see Kublai Khan, and no one wanted to go. They thought the journey was too long, it would be too difficult, they didn't know how exactly to get there. And finally, 2 missionaries took off on that journey. One turned back, and after only a few days, the one did get as far as the Gobi Desert before finally returning home. And Kublai Khan waited and waited and waited is how the story goes. And finally he turned to the Tibetan monks and he said, hey, my people have a spiritual need. There's a spiritual vacuum in my land. And if you would send me 100 men skilled in your scriptures, I'll cover the land with your message. And to this day, there is this seemingly missed opportunity, this moment where in time there could have been a difference maker, there could have been an impact, there could have been a legacy. Well, church, that is a story that calls us to say, hey, I will not miss my legacy moment. I will not miss my window of opportunity to do something great to build God's kingdom. So church, that is our opportunity this coming Sunday to say, hey, let's keep building God's great kingdom. So church, I will see you this coming Sunday for Miracle Sunday offering. God bless you. I'll see you soon.